decided to abandon it. Came outside. I had previously fed the crows at the beginning of the live stream, and look what happened. I left the kitty treats outside. This has never happened before. I had fed them in their bowls over here, and they somehow got a hold of this. And look at them right now. They are guilty. They know what they did. Can you see them on the fence? Zoom in. They're literally watching me live stream and watching me document the evidence of what they just did. Now, they're reminding me very much of my golden retriever who passed. He absolutely would have done this kind of shenanigans. I am kind of shocked. I didn't expect this from them. I didn't know they were that hooligan-like. And I am getting a deeper understanding of these birds. This is kind of incredible. Yeah, so they had a party with the party mix of the kitty treats. Clearly they love kitty treats. There is nothing left. This was a full bag just not even 30 minutes ago. And this is what the consequences are from these two. So that is kind of interesting. They definitely, oh, they didn't empty this one. They did not empty the gravy. So that's kind of interesting. They prefer the salmon kitty treats. And it looks like they're going to watch the live stream. If nobody else will, they will. They're always watching me, for better or for worse. So let's check out the garden. This is the sheep manure bed. It is on fire with growth. There's been a lot of rain in the last 3 to 4 days, on and off. The plants have just exploded with growth. And there they go, a little further away. Let's check out the tomatoes. The tomatoes have finally started to grow little tomatoes. And there's more. There's so many tomatoes on here, but a lot of them are really hidden in the depths of the foliage. You have to kind of dig around to find them. But they are growing in here, and there's quite a few of them. So that's pretty exciting. Sunflowers are growing, and there's even some mystery developments going on in this bed here. I'm gonna show you some of the mystery things. Now this is a new sprout. It is either a cucumber or a cantaloupe, I think, but I'm not certain actually what it is. But my watermelon died a while ago, so I'm kind of happy that there's something new going to replace it. And it gets even more interesting if we go into here where the watermelon was. Something is growing in here. Now this could be lettuce. At one point, hello, Curran Deep, Scott. I don't know, I think this could be lettuce. This over here could potentially be cantaloupe or cucumber. And I think at one point I sprinkled seeds of greens, which I wasn't intending to, but just randomly decided to. And I think it's lettuce growing over there now. So it's going to be a big sea of green pretty soon. The beans are actually climbing my sunflowers. Pretty sure they're going to outclimb the stem. Yep, it could be a cantaloupe. Now this is my honeydew and it is not doing as well, but I'm hoping that's a cantaloupe because it's doing much better. We've got more tomatoes over here. And my spaghetti squash is on fire with growth. There are little baby squashes that are just starting to grow. There's one in there. It's actually quite a massive plant already, which is kind of crazy. The other ones are much smaller. This is also spaghetti squash. Right beside is half the size. And I don't think there's any new squashes on here yet, but pretty soon. And then right beside that one, we have a mystery squash growing here. And there is a little squash on there of some kind, so that's pretty exciting. And if we come over here, my lettuce just exploded finally. I'm gonna have to, it's almost gone to flower. I'm gonna probably harvest all of this and all of this and just have those for greens for a while because I don't want them to go to flower and they're looking quite lush and nice right now. So probably time to pick them. Coming this way, the poppies are on fire with growth and the bees are having a enjoy old time in the flowers. And over here, this is not a sheep manure bed. This is the original soil bed. Finally, some of these tomatoes are getting a little bit bigger. They've been really slow to grow, but finally they're getting a little more spunk in their growth patterns. This one's been pretty slow, but finally a little taller. No, I don't know if it's got flowers yet. It doesn't look like it, but potatoes are going crazy. They're just starting to flower. You can see at the back. Potato flowers are just starting to come in. There's a few of them here. And this beautiful bush is a tick seed flower, and it is so huge. The bees love it. I did not plant this, but I'm so happy to have it. It is just like a superstar in the garden. I do need to harvest my garlic. It is pretty much time, I would say, or very close. My mountain spinach, purple mountain spinach, has gone crazy. I've harvested so much and it is just getting so tall, so full of leaves. It is just the green that keeps on giving. It is absolutely amazing. Tastes delicious too, and despite the hot weather we've had on and off, it never tastes bitter, which is so nice. My nasturtiums are just full of flowers. I've been eating lots of these in my wraps, both the flowers and the greens. And my Swiss chard is trying so hard to flower. I haven't let it open yet. It's probably got like 30 of these blooms on it. I should probably cut them off again, but hello, Namaste, welcome. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, but I'm doing well. How are you? It's just Cami, welcome. I am going to take you guys on a little field trip, and we're going to take a look at my poppy flowers, not the ones we looked at, but my more exotic looking poppy flowers. I have a few that just opened and I'm so excited about them. I love poppies. I've been growing them for like 11 years and there are so many different varieties out there. These ones I've never grown before. I don't know the names, but they are just so beautiful. And there's the crow friends again, watching the live stream from above. They are always here and always watching me, even inside my house. They peek through the kitchen window at 5 o'clock in the morning. They're quite the characters, these two. So we are going into the rock garden area. Some of my rock art. And we're going to check out the poppy section right over here. These are the more standard poppies, but we're going for the more intriguing ones. Pinks, the purples, the whites. Oh my God, this is wild. I've been watching these poppies for a few days now, and the colors are changing like dramatically. This is like in real life, this looks more purple now, and when it first opened, it was a hot fuchsia pink, kind of wine colored, and it has really changed. So that's kind of wild. I did not know they were changing color like that. And I just love these poppies. It looked more like this actually when this flower opened, it looked more like this, and the color has definitely changed. You're from India, your name is Ashkok, welcome. Can you grow poppies in India? That is my question. Or have you grown poppies in India? I just love these fringed, very vibrant colors. It's so gorgeous. And here we have a peony poppy. This is a very subtle color, and it's basically, think of a peony in poppy form, and that's what you have right here. They are so beautiful. That's what the foliage looks like. Kind of like a breadseed poppy, but a little bit different. And here we have just a few little pansies hanging on in this rock garden. I love the pop of purple. Thank you. Yeah, I just adore these little flowers. One more look at these guys. I just cannot believe the color change. So stunning and really neat how every day they look a little bit different. And there's some succulents that are blooming with a poppy. This is a windmill palm tree and some California poppies. Here's a single red poppy. And there's those two once again. My name is Lisa. I make gardening and nature videos on YouTube. And we're gonna check out my apple tree. There have been developments with the apple tree. If you've seen it before, you know it looks quite different now. It was really starting to hang its head. And my dad was very nice and staked it up for me. I've been removing the apples on purpose. There's way too much weight on this small tree, and I'm still gonna remove more apples. It is just loaded with apples, this poor little tree, for better or for worse. I'm gonna take some off. Let's do another taste test. I did this in my last live stream, and it was slightly sour, but not bad. It's not ripe, but I might as well get a little nutrition before they get composted. I thought apple trees were massive. Well, apple trees, like many trees, come in different sizes. You can get dwarf, semi-dwarf, and full-size fruit trees. I think this is semi-dwarf. I could be mistaken, but it was original on the property. There are 3 or 5 varieties, I can't remember, on this tree of apples. I really, really like combination fruit trees. They're self-pollinating. You only need one tree, and they produce like nobody's business. I had a whole mini orchard at my last property of these combination fruit trees. They are just so awesome and very productive. But I definitely do need to take a few more apples off the tree. I've probably removed 50 at least, maybe even closer to 100 by now, and there's probably a good 100 plus still on the tree. Do apples grow to full size? Well, yes, they do if you properly thin the apples. If I leave the tree like this, they will not grow till full size. I need to remove a lot more, maybe even half of them. And I've already taken off a lot, more than you see. But the tree cannot support the weight of this many apples. When it's this small of a tree, you have to remove more apples. But if you do, you will get some decent sized apples. So that is the moral of fruit trees. You have to look after them. If they need staking, you need to stake them. Don't let them get too heavy. I have my work cut out for me. And if you do all of that, look after them, feed them with preferably organic fertilizer, bone meal. You can give them rock phosphate. Those are all good for getting more flowers. They will produce like nobody's business. I did fertilize this tree when I first moved here, and I don't know if that's why it's abundant or if it was always abundant, but it's pretty abundant right now. So that is awesome. Coming over here, we have a fig tree. This is, I'm assuming, a desert king. It was here when I bought the property. And it is growing amongst peas. I planted little peas and I've been eating them like crazy. It is growing so well. There's lots of peas on here. I come out every day and just snack on the peas. I'll do a little pea harvest. I'll turn the camera around again. Hold on. I'll pick a few peas. Yes, this is my garden on Vancouver Island. It's a 9,000 square foot garden. You need a fig tree neighbor? Well, I have 3 fig trees myself, or 4. I think I have 4. But they're so small that it's going to be a while before they have a good harvest. I think each 3 fig trees have 1 fig on them, and the rest of them don't have anything yet. But here's a few little peas. That's a big garden. It's decent. My last garden, if you remember, was around 8,000, just over 8,000 square feet. And this one is just over 9,000 square feet, which is kind of amazing. It was not what I intended to happen when I bought this property and was looking at properties. I wanted something smaller, but when I looked at 20 properties and this was the best option, I couldn't resist. There's so many good qualities about this place, both the property and the house itself. It was really the best option at the time. Like the garden and your home will be beautiful, right? Well, it's an older home. It has a lot of character, a lot of charm. I'm not necessarily doing a home tour, but I've done several upgrades inside the house, as well as a full makeover. The entire property has been made over in the last 8 months, I want to say. I need to replace the grass and pebbles like yours. Oh my gosh, go for it. It is so rewarding. I love having less grass to cut. Tired of mowing the lawn? Yes, me too. I spend very little time cutting the grass here, and that is so rewarding. I got so tired of cutting grass for almost 10 years, I want to say, of too much grass cutting, and now I only cut the grass maybe once every 2 weeks, which is so awesome. I'm just gonna have my snack. It is great not cutting the grass quite as frequently. My neighbor is walking by right now. He's carrying a little dog, and he doesn't know what I'm doing. I think he thinks it's a little weird, but I'm not gonna let him know right now. He's an older guy. He's probably like 85 years old. He'd probably be super confused if I told him I was live streaming. He'd be like, what the heck is a live stream? So we're keeping it on the low. I'm very mindful of who, what, where I show in the live stream. There have been lots of people that have walked by today, other live streams. I try not to put other people into the video. You never know what someone's situation is, so try to be respectful of other people around. But it is interesting because I also don't necessarily want them to know what's going on, but I'm sure they have questions. I can just see the wheels turning as they look this way, like, what is she doing out there in the garden? You always wonder what's going on in someone's mind when they see things. See you all. Gotta go cut the lawn now. Have a lovely time cutting your lawn, Tony. See you later. Have a beautiful day. I think the neighbor's gone, so we'll continue the tour. Here we are. This is kind of a little lavender garden. And what you're seeing beside the lavender are borage flowers. I grew those from seed. We'll take a closer look. These are actually edible flowers. I did a taste test a few live streams ago. Oh shoot, sorry guys. That was not expected. And they are gorgeous. They taste like cucumber. Really, really delicious. Thank you. Got an airplane going by, and these two, oh my god, they're almost on top of each other. Check it out. They are so close. They have to be like soulmates, these two little crows. They are just like two peas in a pod. The neighbor's watching me again. And here we have some mint plants. They're finally starting to grow a little bit nicer, a little bit more lush. And there's my little cat sculpture. Growing with a bunch of flowers. Creeping thyme has just started to bloom. And these poppies, I have not shown you guys them at all. These are like a creamy white color, really, really beautiful. I think they're in the California poppy family. I think they're just stunning. Now, I've never done a sniff test on these poppies. I don't think they have a fragrance, but let's check it out. see how they actually smell. They have a very strange smell. It's not good, it's not bad, it's kind of weird. The first word that I think of is mellow, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. It's kind of strange. It's my smoke tree right here. And we have a little rock rose shrub. And here is another rock rose. And we're gonna go back over here and check this stuff out. My neighbor is still watching. His little dog was in my garden pooping, and it was very awkward. I was trying not to say anything because I was literally watching his puppy poop. And he was just like fixated on me live streaming and has not said a word. He's an older gentleman, but the whole thing was getting rather awkward, so I decided to change locations. I didn't want to go around the other side of my fence because he's like right there, and I didn't say anything to him, so this is getting a little bit strange, but I think he was self-conscious about his puppy pooping and wondering what I was doing at the same time. This is kind of a strange situation. So, if you're new here, I showed these a little while ago. I just love the vibrant colors of them. So gorgeous. These are my exotic poppies. I don't know the names of them, but I am so in love with these colors. I've never grown them before, and I've grown many different poppies over the years. And then here is a peony poppy. Let's see if we can get back into the backyard without any conflict. Looks like the garden is clear, the people are gone, this is good. Oh, I'm gonna stop and show you my Nepeta. Oh wow, it's my lucky day, quite literally. This is Nepeta. I've never really grown it before, and it is gorgeous. I just love how vigorous it is. It reminds me of lavender. And look at this, guys. This is why I said it's my lucky day. See if I can zoom in. A little ladybug just sitting right there on the Nepeta. I've always considered ladybugs to be a little bit lucky, so I think that's fun. Maybe I'm gonna have luck today. Now that I've encountered the sweet little ladybug. Flowers, I liked you at first sight. Oh, nice, thank you. And there we have some poppies. We're gonna go back into the back garden. It's getting warm here. I actually started my first live stream that I deleted. I was wearing a sweater, and then I got so warm I put a t-shirt on, and now it feels too warm for a t-shirt. So the weather has definitely changed. We're going into a heat wave on Vancouver Island. It was cold for a couple weeks, and we're supposed to go back into close to 30 degrees Celsius, I believe, in the next couple days. So that is really fun. I was going into my nature walks and swimming in the ocean for a while, and I stopped because it got too cold. But I think I'm gonna get back out into the water pretty soon in the nature scene because the weather is definitely getting better, which is awesome. And Canada Day is coming soon if you're unfamiliar with Canada Day, July 1st is a celebration for Canadians. It's kind of like equivalent to the American Independence Day. So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me on my little unconventional garden tour. And we will see you soon. And it might be in the ocean or in the forest. I'm not sure yet, but probably won't be in the garden. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.